So hello everyone, welcome to the new session of Core Java. We will learn about little bit about the theoretical part of Java, that we will jump into the practical. Okay. So what is the history of Java? We'll just see a little bit. Java programming was originally developed by the Sun Microsystem, which was initiated by James and released in 1996 as a core component of Sun Microsystems and Java platform. Okay, so the latest release is not SE16. So we'll see when we will install the Java JDK. That time we'll see. I'll update this. And Java first name is also named as Oak. Okay. So the basic features of Java is like Java supports OOPS concepts. OOPS concepts means these are the like object-oriented programming language. Um, Java is a platform independent. Also, it is like, as I said, it is object oriented, platform independent. It is very simple to understand and simple to write, and it's very secure language. Go through all these things which I have written, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. It's just a simple description about what is Java, how it is. These are all the features of Java. Okay. So just go through it. Uh, Java is also architecture neutral. How we will learn about the architecture of the Java. That time we will understand more. It's a portable, robust, multi-threading, high performance, uh, distributed and dynamic language. Okay, just go through all these points in detail. Now about the Java architecture. What is Java architecture? Java architecture includes JDK, JRE and JVM. What is JDK? Anybody knows what is JDK? JDK is a Java development kit. Okay, in the Java development kit, as it is written here, uh, Java Development Kit has a JRE, which is a Java runtime environment, and plus the development tools. What development tools have? Development tools have the compiler of the Java, all the documents of the Java, okay, and all the whatever uh, whatever is needed for running the application, that is under Java Development Tool, okay. JRE is Java Runtime Environment. Java Runtime Environment means all the packages, classes, libraries, those are under JRE. And also JVM. Under JVM, we have class loader, memory areas, execution engines. Okay, so those are under JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Like virtual, as you see that you cannot see those areas, right? So those are virtual. So JDK is the combination of JRE and development tool. JRE is the combination of the packages and classes, runtime libraries, and JVM. Okay, so this is the little bit explanation of how JDK looks like. Okay, so this is a Java development kit. Okay. Before running the application or before learning any language, you should know that how the architecture works for that particular language. So it will be easy for you to understand. Okay. Now, as I said, it follow the OOPS concept, right? Java follows the OOPS concept. So in OOPS concept, there are object, classes, methods, uh, and inheritance, polymorphism. All we will learn slowly and slowly. So the one of the concept of OOPS is object. Okay. Can someone read this for me? What is object? Maybe Shilpa, can you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Object. An object is an instance of class.
Mhm.
Objects have states and behaviors. Example, a dog has states, color, name, breed, as well as behaviors. Barking, eating, sleeping.
Correct.
You want me to read more?
Yeah, yeah, I'll explain object. What is object? Object is the instance of a class. So suppose if there is a class, we have to create the instance of that particular class by making the object. Okay. So object have the state and behavior. Like I'm telling you with the real time example. Okay. These are all the states of the some object. Object is suppose a dog. Okay. Object can have many stages, many behaviors. How we will define those behaviors? By creating the methods and by creating the variables. That's how uh, we differentiate the different objects. Okay. So now class. Go ahead with class.
Class. A class can be defined as a template,
Mhm.
blueprint that describes the behavior. State that the object of its type. Support. Uh,
Support example. Okay, so class is what? Class is the blueprint. Blueprint means how to write the description and behavior of that particular object. Okay, suppose we have created one object of a class. Now how we will write it down and how should be the process of writing, so that is defined in the class. Okay, so uh, we will skip this part. Again and again we are doing the same thing here, but it will be like just I wanted to tell you that this is all the behavior means there could be the variables and there could be the methods which are telling the purpose of object. Okay, like object is having this behavior, object is having this state. Suppose the color of the dog is like black, orange, or whatever it is. So that is telling the behavior of the object by defining these things in the class. Okay, the methods are like behaviors and the object and the variables are like the state. What is the different stages of this that object? Okay, it's just to explain you that what is the why we create object, why is the classes created, that we will learn later. Okay, is just to explain you that object could be the instance of the class. Only this much you have to remember. And classes are the blueprint of the object. Okay, blueprint and the description of the object. Okay, coming to the next point, data types. Okay, data types. There are different types of data types available in Java. Byte, short, integer, long, float, double, boolean, character, string. Okay, mostly we use integer, sometimes float, boolean, and string. Can anyone tell which is the in byte which either integer is used or uh, string is in string, what value we can store? Can someone tell?
In string,
Yeah,
characters can be used.
Yes, a group of
like a name.
yeah, name and yeah, right. And what about byte?
Zero and bytes, bits.
Correct. So bytes is like the integer only, correct? Byte is same as the integer, but the size of the byte is very less. Byte size, okay. Byte of the size is 8 bits. Okay.
8 bits.
Byte is a unit of digital information that most commonly consists of 8 bits. Okay. And what is the byte size? I just want to confirm. Yeah, so 0 to 255 is the byte size. Okay, that is 256 byte size. So it is very uh, less for the number to be stored. If it is more than 256, it will be like it will give you the error. That's what. 256 or 1024. Okay, 1 kilobyte is the 1024 byte. It's like that. Okay. So numbers only we can store in byte. Okay. Short is also numbers only we can store, which is like some bigger number than byte. Integer has more bigger number than short. Long has also long is much bigger uh, range from integer, but mostly we use integer. All these four are for the integer only. Clear, everyone? But different sizes, different range, you can say. Float and double is for anyone can tell what is float and double used for?
Decimals.
Correct. Correct. Decimals. So if we write decimals here in the integer or short and long, it will not be taken. It will take only, if we write 10.51, it will take only 10. It will not take 10.51 or it will give you error. But in double and float, we can write the decimals. Okay. Float is for the like lower range and double is for the higher range. Okay. Boolean, can someone tell what is Boolean? Boolean has
Zeros and ones.
True or false?
False.
yes, either 0 or 1 or true or false. It has only two values. Boolean has only two values. Either you can return true or you can return false. Okay, now character. Can someone tell what in what we store in a character?
Letters,
Mhm.
simple letters,
Single word, single character,
all letters.
Yes, single alphabet only we can
single
store.
alphabet. Yeah.
Correct. And it should be
And
it
special
should be in a
characters.
single quotes. Okay, single quotes. Yes, anyone was saying something? I missed. Single character. Correct. Okay. What we can store in string?
A
Text,
group of characters.
Group of characters. Right. We can store group of characters, or you can say sentence or name or anything. We can store in string. Clear, everyone? Any doubt in this data type? Because this is very important. As few of you are not from IT background, that's why I am giving you in detailed way so that you understood that what is data type, why we use it. So all the variables we store in this type of data types. We give those values to the accordingly we give the um, variables and we store those variables in. If we are want to store the integer variable, we'll use these types of these data types. If we have to store uh, fractions, then we store in double and float. If we want to store true or false, we have to store in boolean. If we have to store alphabets, we have to use this character or string accordingly. Clear? Okay. Next is methods. Methods are like functions, but here in Java, we call them as method. In those things, what we have to do, can someone read? Aruna, can you read it for me? What is method?
A method is a block of code.
Hmm.
You can pass data known as parameters into a method. Methods are used to perform certain actions and they are also known as functions.
Function. So method is a block of code where suppose you wanted to write addition of two numbers or addition of three numbers, multiplication. So what you can do, that portion you can use it, that part inside the method. That is called a block of codes. Okay, so set of codes you can write it in a method. You can also pass parameters. How you can pass? We will tell you. Like in the parentheses, you can pass the parameters also. Okay, so this is this is used to perform certain action. Okay, suppose addition, subtraction, or you wanted to do Fibonacci series. So you'll create one method for Fabo, and then you can call that method. Okay, again and again you can call that method to your different uh, stages of your program. Okay, so that's why method is used to reuse those piece of code, okay, those block of codes, so that you can anywhere you adding some numbers, you can call that method and then do your calculation. Okay. Next is access uh, specifiers. What is access specifiers? It is a very important topic, and one question will definitely ask from this access specifiers. So there are mainly four types of access specifiers or access modifiers also you can say. This is public, private, protected, and default. Okay, public means it is accessible to all. Okay, it is accessible to inside the class, out. It is accessible within the subclass. We will learn about the subclass. Okay, Abhi, right now you have no idea about the subclass, but classes inside the class is called subclass. So we will learn about that. It's just that where all we can use the public specifiers is inside the class, within the subclass, inside the same package. What are package? That also we will learn later. Access outside the package. So here everything is yes in public. Access within the subclass and outside the package. So that if your methods are public, then anywhere you can access those things. Okay. Everything we will learn in later point of time about all the packages, subclasses we will learn. Next is private. Private is only accessible within the class. Okay, nowhere else. Okay? Everything is no except inside the class. Protected is accessible in the class, within the subclass, okay, and accessible outside the package. But accessible outside the package is not possible. Accessible within the subclass and outside the package is possible. That also we will learn what is the difference between these two. Okay, protected and default. Default is only accessible inside the class and accessible within the subclass inside the same package. So now we will learn what is the package and all those things we will learn. Okay, first what we will do, we will open the, okay, I will show you how to install the Java now. Okay. What you have to do, you have to open the Google and search for JDK downloads. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong because I did it a little before. So Yatha, as you have done already installed in your laptop. So just now you have installed, or it was already there in your system?
I have installed way long ago, but I believe after JDK 8, all versions are paid one, and JDK 8 and 11 was very stable version and very useful. So I just installed JDK 8.
Okay, JDK 8 or JDK 11 is the stable version, that I agree. So these are the latest version. Okay, but I suggest you that I have given you the video where you have to install the JDK 11. Okay, so everyone is window user, so you can go to the windows and according to your
Hi,
specific
Tanvi.
yes.
For the Mac, which one I have to download?
Yeah, this Mac is for this, like Mac OS.
Okay.
Mac
Okay.
OS, then according to your specification, you have to download from here.
Okay.
Okay. So for Windows, it is here, and for Macs, it is here. And version, you have to check the version, like Java 11 version you have to download, or Java 8. This is more stable. So you can search from here. Java 17 is there.
If you just go down, you will see.
Okay. Here, Java, okay. Java 8 is there. But if I have to install Java 11, do I have the option?
There will be one directory. Java 11 is here. There was Java 11 where it was showing Java. Yeah,
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from here you can install. About the Mac user, you have to install from here according to your specification of your laptop. You can install from here. Windows you can install from here. Like if it is a 64-bit, I think this one only you have to download. 64-bit exe. Okay, only exe you have to download. Once you download, it will come to the downloaded part. Okay, down like this. Wait. Java control. Not here. I think it will come in the C drive. Here it will come in program files. Okay, JDK, Java Development Kit. This is the whole kit. So it will be like Java JDK 11, and here everything will be stored. Okay, so once you have stored Java, you have to go to the exe this command line prompt. Okay, just to check that Java hyphen version. You have to check with Java space hyphen version, which version you have. Okay, so here it should show Java 11. Okay, can you just check that which version you have right now in your PC? That will help you to understand that which one you wanted to install. If you have a latest version also, then also it's fine. But as Yatharth has said, Java 11 and Java 8 are the stable version. So it is good to have the Java 11.
Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt, but I guess they need to add their environmental path in the system. Otherwise, it won't show, I guess.
Correct. You have to do the environmental part also. Environmental part. Here, what you have to do, just write environmental, edit the environment here. And then what you have to do, go to settings. No, not here. Sorry, environmental variables. Here, what you have to do, you have to add the path.
In a system variable. System.
Yes, under the system variable, correct. Under the system variable, you have to give the path of JDK, whichever path you have stored. Suppose you have stored in the program files Java JDK. So that path you have to give here, copy from here, and just click here, add, click here in the new, write Java in capital. Okay, I have given you the YouTube link, no? Just follow that. I'm just telling you, but you have to follow that whatever link I have given you. Okay, like this, you have to write Java home, and then you have to click here, put the Java value, and click OK. I already have, so I'm not clicking OK. I'm clicking cancel, but you have to click OK. Okay, then what will happen? This Java home environment will be added here. Okay. And the next part is what? One more thing we have to do, right? Which was that? Java JDK environment is done. Then that bin part, no?
No, that's in Eclipse.
Okay, that's for Eclipse, right? Right. Okay, this much only you have to do. This you have to add your Java home. You have to add and then click on OK. Okay, I'm clicking cancel, but you have to click OK. Right now, you have to install Eclipse. What you have to do for Eclipse? You have to write in your browser. You have to click on browser. Go to the browser. You have to write Eclipse download. Okay. Then, and one more thing. Okay, once you have done with the Java, always try to write echo percentage Java home percentage. What it will do, it will tell you that whether you have done the environment variable you have done or not. If it is not done, it will not come like this. So not it should be underscore home. Yeah, this one only will come. So that means you are ready for the Eclipse, download Eclipse. Okay. Okay, now search for
No,
the
write down in a capital Java home environment, because your name is Java home environment in the path. So write down the same name and it will give you the location of that file. It will give you the location of the environment. I guess underscore was there. Java underscore home underscore environment. That's what you wrote on your path.
That's what I have to write, right? So I'll just check it. I'll just copy from there. It will be better.
That name.
So I have to write it here. Percentage. Yes.
Yeah,
so
here is the location.
Correct. So if this is coming, that means you have your environment table is properly done. Correct. So this should right. Okay. So cancel. Okay. Now you can exit here. This much is enough for. Now comes to the Eclipse download. So Eclipse, I think Eclipse ID we have to search. Eclipse ID. And then whichever is the first one, eclipse.org, that you have to select. Okay, everything is given in that link, okay, which I have shared with you. I'm just telling you to install it properly. Everyone have to install by the next class. Okay, click here in the downloads. Okay, now which version should I? This is the latest version only. So click here in the downloads. So what will happen? I don't want to download because I already have the Eclipse. Okay. So just click here. What you have to do, just install it and just keep on doing the next. It will give you the Eclipse installer, then Eclipse ID for Java you have to select, then you have to install it. Okay. Or whatever is coming now, you should accept. And in that link which I have sent you, everything is given. So what will happen after that? This icon will be there in your desktop. Okay. So just click on this icon. And then again, some acceptance you have to give, I think. Okay, so this will be open. I think some messages will also open, so you have to close that message. Okay, you just have to close that message. Then this type of things will come here. Okay, just try to do it. Yeah, this type of message will come. So you have to just close this, and then you are good to start with your Eclipse. Okay, so what you will do, you'll first create the package. Okay, project. First create the project. So I'll create one new project which gives you like it's writing A because I want it to come in the starting. Guru School batch 11. Okay, and here you see there are Java JDK 16 it is coming. Okay, that is Java development kit, but I have installed JDK 11, so I'll just figure it out why it is coming like this. Here it should be SE 1.8. Okay, this is correct. Okay. Before that it was coming
You can keep it JDK 16. It will not gonna give you any problem in your project.
Yeah, but as I have done JDK 11, that's what I was wondering. Okay, no problem. Just click on the next and then finish it. Okay. Sometimes it comes like module name, but I don't want to create any module name, so I'll say don't create. Okay. Now this project has been created. Okay. Now listen carefully because this is very important. So when this project is created, you should have these two folders. Okay, GRE system libraries, and it should be inside that project. Okay, as someone has showed me before the class that GRE system libraries were outside the project, which is not correct. It should be inside the project, and inside this project, if you open this GRE, all the files of libraries of Java is present here. Okay. After that, what you have to do, you have to go to the source, right click, and what you have to do, you have to create one package here. What package? Any package, like you can say your Java programs or anything. Anything you can write here. Okay, and finish it. Inside this package, okay, inside this package, you have to create the class. Okay, so this is a package. Inside the package, you create a class. Suppose you want to create one simple class, which is named as hello. Inside that, you have to include the public static void main. Okay, you have to include this main method. This is a main method. We will learn about why this main method is public static void main and like string arguments, that we will learn later. But it should be included whenever you are writing any program. Okay, and then finish it. Okay, so this will be created, like a class will be created. This is used for the comment. So I'm just removing this comment. And this is the package we have created. Inside the package, we have class. And inside class, we have a main method. So we always write everything in the main method. Okay. Whatever you write in the main method, that only the compiler will check, or that only the compiler will start with this main method, and inside the main method, whatever is there, that only it will compile. Otherwise, if it is outside the main method, it will not compile. Okay. So I'll just write the whatever you wanted to print. Okay, whatever you wanted to print in your console. Console is your output. Okay, whatever you wanted to print, you have to write it in the system.out.println. Okay, this is the Java file, or you can say the Java norms that if you want to print, you have to write it in like this. So now what you have to do, you have to save its file. Okay, save here, Control S. This is the Control S also you can do, or like this also you can save, and then right click, run as Java application. Okay, so it will come here. Whatever you write here, it will come here. Clear, everyone? By next class, everyone has to be ready with your Eclipse installation, Java installation, and then Eclipse installation. Okay, and you have to check that your Java is properly, environmental variable has been properly set, then only install Eclipse. Okay, otherwise it will give you error. So first you have to install Java, then set the environment, and then install Eclipse, and then you can set like this. Okay, just try it. Otherwise, we will check it in the next class. Whatever problems you are facing. Okay. Coming back to our okay, now what is the difference between defect, error, bug, failure? That you can do it by yourself, or shall we go do it quickly? What do you say? Okay, we'll just do it quickly. What is the difference between defect and error? It comes very often in the interview question also. What is the difference between? Can someone read it for me? All these things quickly. Maybe Fatima, can you just read it down? Or maybe Jayashri, if Fatima is couldn't able to.
Sure, yeah. Defect.
Yeah, sure.
Deviation from user client requirement is defect. Error. While executing the code, you get error if your code is not proper. Programmer or developer finds some deviation. There are three kinds of errors: syntax error, runtime error, logic error. Bug. Developer accepts the defect. Failure. Total page application crash is called failure. Also, when customer find the defect in UAT, it's a failure.
Right. So
That's user acceptance testing. Okay. Yeah.
So defect is what is the deviation from the expected, and whatever we are learning till now, like deviation from actual and expected is the defect. Okay, so once it also comes like, what is the difference between defect and a bug? Okay, so defect is what tester has raised, correct? So once it is accepted, I have given you the defect life cycle. Okay, once the developer has accepted that defect, then it will be a bug, and then what we have to do? We have to fix that bug. Not we, like developer has to fix that bug. Okay. Now error. What is error? Error usually comes in when we are executing our code. So that time you get some syntax error, runtime error, logical error, or any other type of error in your program. So that is called as error. Error is not what QA people find out. Okay, tester always find out the defect. Error is find out like when we execute our script, that time also what we get is that is also error. Okay, when we execute our script and whatever is coming in this console, okay, whatever is coming in the console like exceptional error, no, when we get exception handling. So that time when if we are not handling the exception, we get some exception error. Okay, and many types of error like when we are not able to synchronize. So synchronization error is also there. So we will see many types of error which tester is facing, but what developer is facing error while doing the execution, those are called errors. Okay, those are not called as bugs or those are not called as defects. Okay, and when tester is doing the testing in your application and you find that it is giving you the whenever you enter the login ID password, it is giving you the page not found or some you when you are putting the URL, that time only it is giving you page not found. That type of error is called failure. Okay, that total page application is crashed. Okay, crash means you are not able to upload the application only in the URL. So that time it is called as a failure. Okay, it happens so many times when you are doing the testing, but failure when it is called when the UAT or when the user is doing that experience, when user is typing the URL and it is not opening, that time it is called failure. Because when you are doing the testing or when you are doing the development, that time it's just that maybe you have written something wrong or your coding is gone wrong. So that is not failure. But when UAT people uh, get this type of experience of page fail, that time it is called as failure. Okay. Clear everyone? Any doubt in this? This is also very important question. Okay. 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 So this much only today. I will give you many programs today in your assignments, and in the next class what we will do. Can we cover this part today only? Is that okay for everyone? If we can cover few parts of defects, as we have seen the defects, what is defect? So everyone is okay? Can we keep on continuing our class for
Yeah, sure.
another 20 minutes?
Okay.
Okay. So as we have seen, what are defects? So there are types of defects also. Okay. What is defect? We have just learned what is defect. Can someone tell what is defect?
A deviation from the user requirements.
Correct. So this is a defect, deviation from the user requirement, and what we are doing is different. So that is a defect. So defect could be a critical defect. Defect could be a critical one, a major one, minor, and the trivial. So can someone read it for me? Anyone? Kulsum? Hi, Kulsum. You don't say much, so can you read it for me?
Hi, Chavi. I think.
Hi.
Okay, how are you?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, so deviation from user client requirement is defect. Critical issues that require immediate removal affect core functionality of the product and can cause system crashes or block software operability. Major defects that affect main system functions but do not cause crash down of the whole system. Minor bugs that do not have much impact on system functionality and do not affect workflow, but that can have a negative impact on user experience. Travel is an issue that are not related to system functionality and that can be skipped. Example, spelling mistakes. In terms of business purpose, defects can be classified as high, medium, and low priority issues. Defects with high priority should be fixed at first as they affect the business need.
Correct. So deviation from user or client requirement is a defect which is correct. Now coming to the critical, major, minor, trivial. So these are all the different types of defects. Like if it is a, it's a critical defect, that means you have to resolve it immediately. If it is a blocker for your, uh, you know, uh, blocker for your testing or blocker for your development, then it should be fixed immediately. Major is like if defect can affect the main functionality. Suppose there are many functionalities. Main is like whatever your main functionality is, if it is crashing, then it should be a major defect. Similarly, minor is if it is not breaking your functionality or breaking, but it is affecting your workflow. So that is a minor. Trivial means it's a very simple issue, and that should be given the low priority also. Okay. Now in the like when you are raising a defect, that time it is like a high, medium, and low. It is classified into high, medium, and low. Okay. Majorly, it is classified into these three. Clear, everyone? Any doubt? So now comes the, if we raise a defect, we have given the priorities as well as severity. Okay. So as I've said that whenever you are raising a defect, you have to learn about the management tool. Okay. You have to learn the management tool like Jira or ALM, where you are raising the defect. Okay. I will just show you that how you can raise a defect in the Jira. Okay, just a minute. I'll just tell you about the Jira. How you can raise a defect and how can it be uh, like priorities and severities. What is the anybody know what is the difference between priority and severity?
Yes.
Yes. Can you explain?
Yeah, so priority is the action plan that we need to go through. Like if it has to go on a first as the first things to fix and last things to fix, or is it okay to not fix right now? So based on the priority number, if it's a high, medium, or low, we have to make our action plan. If it's high priority, we have to fix it right away. If it's low priority, we can fix it later. First, we have to go through high priority list. And severity is the criticalness of the bug. If it's a very severe and if it's impact to the business, then they need to put it on a high priority and it has to be fixed as soon as possible. Sometimes low priority bug also can be severe, and sometimes high severity bug can be low prioritized or high prioritized. It depends. Priority and severity mostly decided by team lead or QA manager.
Correct. Correct. Very good. So priority is always depend upon the schedule. Okay, how fast that defect should be fixed. Very good, Yatharth. So priority is how soon that defect should be fixed. Okay, it could be a low, medium, high defect, but it will tell you that if it is major, if it is low also, it could be a very it could be like it should be sorry, if it is a high priority, it should be immediately resolved. It could be less severe also. See, what is severity you told? Can you come again, Yatharth?
The criticalness of the defect, if it's impact the business requirement or not. So sometimes, let's say, business logo is different on their application, which is definitely not that severe as per the functionality part, but changing a business logo is definitely affecting the business requirement. So it will comes on a high priority. It won't affect any functionality, but it's a severity is a changing a business logo. It will directly reflecting to some different business and not their own business.
Correct. Correct. So understood, everyone? Like, can someone read this for me? Maybe Rohini, if you can read the priority for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So priority is defined as the order in which a defect should be fixed.
Mhm.
Higher the priority, the sooner the defect should be resolved. Low priority. The defect is an irritant, but repair can be done once the more serious defect has been fixed. Medium. During the normal course of the developmental activities, defect should be resolved. It can wait until a new version is created. High. The defect must be resolved as soon as possible as it affects the system severely and it cannot be used until it is fixed.
Correct. So high priority means it should be fixed immediately. Okay. And after and severity, can you read for severity also?
Okay. Severity is the degree of impact that a defect has on the operation of the product. Severity indicates the seriousness of the defect on the product functionality. Critical severities, this defect indicates complete shutdown of the process. Nothing can proceed further. Major, it is a highly severe defect and collapses the system. However, certain parts of the system remain functional. Medium, it causes some undesirable behavior, but the system is still functional. Low, it won't cause any major breakdown of the system.
Correct. So these are all the different priorities and different severities. Okay. Now, what is the example of like yeah, I will tell you in the next slide that what is the example of low priority. This is a very important question. Example of low severity and high priority, and high severity and low priority. But before that, can someone else read it, the difference between priority? Nahida, if you can read it for me, difference between priority and severity.
Difference between priority and severity. Priority indicate how soon the bug should be fixed, while severity indicate the seriousness of the defect on the product functionality. Priority is associated with the scheduling, while severity is associated with the functionality of standard. High priority and low severity status indicate defect have to be fixed in immediate ways, but does not affect the application. While high severity and low priority status indicate defects have to be fixed but not immediate ways. Priority status is based on customer requirement, whereas severity status based on the technical aspect of the product.
Correct. So, any doubt in this priority and severity? Everyone understood that priority is the scheduling, how soon that defect should be fixed, and severity is depend upon the functionality, how typical or how difficult that functionality is to resolve. Okay, so that is severity of that defect, and priority of that defect gives the, if priority 1, this should be fixed immediately, even though it is not severe, but this should be fixed immediately. Okay, so that is the priorities and severities. Everyone clear? Because this is also a very important interview question. Anything can be asked from here. Okay. Now, severity and priorities examples. Like, what is this? This question is also asked sometimes, that what can you tell me the example of high priority and low severity? So can someone read it for me? Like maybe Shrisha can read it for me.
Yeah. Examples of very low severity with a high priority. A logo error for any shipment website can be of low severity as it is not going to affect the functionality of the website, but can be of high priority as you don't want any further shipment to proceed with the wrong logo. Examples of a very high severity with low priority. Likewise, for flight operating websites, a defect in reservation functionality may be of high severity, but can be low priority as it can be scheduled to release in the next cycle.
Correct. So this is also very important question. High severity. It could be a very high severity, but as I said, deferred. Deferred is like example of high severity. That part of application is not working. But right now we are not bothered about that functionality, because that functionality will come in the later point of time in our project. So this is also like deferred. Like that is why it is high severity, that seriousness or that solution of that particular defect will take time, but it is a low priority because right now we are not bothered about that part of functionality. So it is a low priority, so we will do it in the later point of time. Okay, so everyone understood what is high severity and low priority? Everyone? Yes. Yes. Okay. And low severity and high priority is also like, if that, as Yatharth has already said, that logo. So suppose the Google logo is written as P. I mean, instead of G, it is written as P. So it is a high priority, correct? To change that particular logo, because it will give a wrong impression to the customer who is going to that particular site. But it is not, it is high severity? No, it is not high severity. Why? Because it is like maybe from P to G you have to do. So the criticalness of that, efforts taken to change that particular defect is not that high. It just, you have to go and change it. But the priority wise it is high because it gives the wrong or a bad experience to the customer. Okay. So this is what about the priority and the severity. Any question in this particular topic you wanted to ask? Okay. So defects we have done. Now in the maybe we are done very quickly. So now in the next class we will do the looping. Okay. And also different type of programs also we will do. Maybe after looping, I will give you the assignments. Okay. So like if else, or I will share this PPT also with you. If we can go through these type of programs, if else programs before even starting the class, it will be easy for you to understand. Okay. Okay, so I'll just stop the recording here.